Sorry.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here in Barnsley, closing down after an amazing night but a very, very cold night, Ben. You can't be more pleased with how this went tonight, can you?
No, it was unbelievable and it was emotional. He's been through so much and just remember the lad that came up to me on a small hall show. So to see him here headlining his own stadium, capacity crowd 15,000, it was special. It was nervy at times, but he finished really well and delighted for him. Just
a word on the atmosphere. I know you had to put in requests for the council to get the capacity up to the capacity you was allowed to have it on before people jump on the bandwagon and say there was seats. Just to confirm, that was what you was allowed to have.
It is. Look, we've been working on it. Last year it was 7,000. This year it's 15,000. Sometimes with these stadiums, you know, this isn't a Wembley. This isn't a Spurs. This is a stadium that is new to having events like this. So delighted and thank you to the council, thank you to the football club, thank you to the team for putting on such an unbelievable event. 15,000, probably the best fans that I've ever witnessed. I mean, close to, you know, it reminds me a bit of Chris Smith in Bournemouth where we started with him, and that just took over. But to be selling out a stadium in for a European title, I mean, I can't remember anyone that's done that. That is phenomenal, and credit to Callum and credit to Barnsley. Great fight. Succo was exactly what we thought. A big puncher. 18 knockouts out of 21 wins. Not for there's a reason for that. And that left hand did catch him a couple of times, and it was nervy. But the fans got behind him. It was a big finish. Big uppercuts, and finished it really well. And I can't wait to come back because it was pretty special.
Be honest, what was going through your mind in the first 20 seconds of the first round when Callum Simpson got dropped?
You know what? I thought he caught him cold. I was more worried about the second knockdown. I thought the first knockdown he was cold. I thought the second one it just showed his power, and Zucco did catch him a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times, and I think he got caught in maybe the 7th at his eye. But that's the way Callum fights. He's a come-forward fighter. He takes risks, and that's what makes him entertaining. But he did leave him open at times, but he came through and showed his quality. Look, he is still a work in progress. He might be headlining shows. He might have 15,000 fans willing to buy tickets to come and see him. But he's still at European level. We want him to now kick on to world level. And big performance, big night. As I said, just seeing the family, his fiancée, his brothers and sisters, his mum and dad, what they've been through is you wouldn't wish on anyone. And I think everyone in here tonight was so proud that Callum Simpson was from Barnsley and was putting them on the map, and it really felt like that. And it's a night everyone from this town will remember.
Just a word on Mark Jeffers. Didn't go his way tonight. Great fight, but just got the better of him.
Yeah, unbelievable fight. He got married 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then in my head I was thinking that cannot be ideal preparation. But Sean Hemphill's a great fighter. Went the distance with William Scholl. Had 2 great wins since. It was going to be a tough fight. It was going to be a really tough fight, and it was a great fight. I like to think Mark Jeffers with real preparation wins that fight, but gutted for him because he's not always got the opportunities his talent deserved, and he'll be gutted tonight. But he will be back. But that's boxing, and it was a great fight.
Reece Edwards ended Thomas Assomba's career tonight. Reece could be a real problem. We see him out in Riyadh. Spoke to him after the fight. He wants to fight in Cardiff. We know it could happen with a Lauren Price fight, and he wants a big domestic fight. He said names like Isaac Lowe. All these fights could be made, couldn't they?
It was going to be Isaac Lowe tonight. Isaac obviously had a health issue, and it was Assomba, and he stepped in. I thought he did well, but as you said, Reece Edwards has a lot of quality, and he's going to go right to the top. And as you said, some big nights in Cardiff with Lauren Price. That's the plan.
Right, we've got to go. Can we pick this up on the thing, please?
Ready?
Yeah, all right.
Just picking this back up, Ben. We've just had the press conference there. Look, 2 more things I wanted to ask you. First of all,
it's warmer in here.
It is a lot warmer in here. Adam Azim,
yes,
off the card in very short notice. I know these things can't be helped, but from your perspective, what did happen in the past 24 hours?
Same thing that happens most weeks in boxing, unfortunately. gets posted online, the Mexican Commission get in touch with the British board, say that's against the rules, there's no way he can fight. And then that was the British board told us that it wasn't sanctioned. Absolutely gutted. Horrible for us, horrible particularly for Adam on the day. Once you weighed in, there's no way you can do anything. Yeah, very, very upsetting. And as I say, sometimes common sense just doesn't seem to be there. You know, you talk about medical professionals, and all the fighters have medical professionals. But anyway, there's nothing we can do. That's one for the British Boxing Board.
With Adam, I know big fights were mentioned for September. Is it a case of waiting now for September, or can we fit another round, 8-round?
I'm going to try. I'm going to really try. I'm going to look at. We'll assess it on Monday, because that was a plan to get him out and then have a big fight. So, as I say, it happened today. So Monday we'll get on it.
Last one, I'm sure you'd have seen the 2 articles that got released today, one by the Daily Mail, particularly by the Times, that referred to leaks with Bazem Majid. Yeah, just comment on that and kind of just link it all in with your time with Sky Sports.
Look, I think I said on Thursday, we will have a big announcement soon. We're still in discussions with Sky. I think they all said it. Those guys have been trying to write stories repeatedly for years. There's a lot of speculation. We've had an unbelievable time. The business has grown phenomenally. The stars have grown phenomenally. You've seen another one tonight at a big stadium show, and we're in a good spot. But we have to do what's best for our business, and we want to put on the biggest nights, the biggest fights, and the biggest for our fighters at the end of the day. And had a really big start to the year, and we'll have a massive end to the year. But as I say, big announcement coming soon.
But just to confirm and kind of sign this off, nothing's confirmed. This isn't a leak. This isn't concrete, and there will be news coming. But this isn't the news.
This definitely isn't the news. This is more speculation from the same sources. But yeah, big announcement coming.
Ben, thank you very much. Great show.
Cheers, boss.
Cheers.
Thank you.